happiness. Topic that's very, very broad. A topic that you can't really sum up into a video, which is what I'm doing right now, but I'm probably not the number one guy you would look for in terms of what happiness would look like, but I think I know a little bit or two about it. You see, I used to overthink a lot, and it got to a point where it took a toll on me, mentally and physically. I couldn't focus, I couldn't really enjoy myself, and I couldn't do the things I really loved, all because I was overthinking. That interfered with my peace and calm, which overall just affected my life. You see, the rise of these apps of social media and TikTok, like Twitter, Facebook, all those apps, it makes our mind think. And when we give our mind power to think and think, that causes damage. You see, our brains aren't wired to analyze thoughts every second. Our brains aren't wired to overthink. Our brains aren't capable of just handling thoughts and thoughts and thoughts, analyzing everything, and just thinking more than what we have to. Our brains aren't wired to do that. Our brains are wired to live in the present moment. Happiness isn't from how much money you have, how much girls you get, how much guys you get, whoever's watching, if you're a girl watching this video, or your body is in the gym. I mean, for you that might be happiness, but for the average people, most people, it's not. I want you to think about the happiest time of your life. And for most of you, if you're not a kid, I mean, it would be the time when you were a young kid. Why wouldn't it be? When we were kids, we lived carefree. We didn't think about any of these things. We didn't have to think about college. We didn't have to think about studying for SATs. We didn't have to think about what people think of us. We didn't care. We could care less about what people thought of us, what our grades were, what we looked like, what our SAT score was like. We didn't care about that stuff, you know? As kids, we lived life like there was nothing left to lose. We enjoyed every day. We experienced life. And I was a kid too. I still am a kid. I'm 15 years old, but I grew a little older. And for me, I can agree that the happiest times in my life, when I was a young kid, that didn't care at all about anything. About the pressures in high school, trying to fit in with people's standards, expectations of others, social media's expectations. Like, we didn't have to worry about that when we were kids, you know? Our parents gave us and helped us meet all our needs. We played outside, we ate good food, we watched a lot of TV. Life was great. We didn't have to worry about all that stuff. And now when we get into like middle school and high school, we wonder where that feeling went. Why can't I feel like a young kid again? And where'd that feeling go? Like, I want to feel that nostalgia again. The truth is, it didn't go anywhere, bro. It never disappeared. It didn't disappear like it had a time limit. It didn't go away at all. The truth is, it's still here, but it's covered by one thing, and that is the problem of overthinking. It's a problem that a lot of people nowadays struggle with. And believe me, why wouldn't they? With apps like social media, like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, half your time of your day is on social media. You see people who are unrealistically good looking, maybe have a big six-pack in the gym, have a lot of money, have a great family, have a lot of kids. They're just living that perfect life that you dreamed of, that you question yourself as to why you can't attain that life. And when you feed yourself with all the social media content, your brain starts to think and think and think. And most of us, when we get this cue and our brain just wanders, we just let it happen. And then it expands. Our brain starts thinking these things, then it starts to think more, then it starts to think more, and then it's just this ongoing pattern. And then before we know it, we hate our lives. We're depressed. We're sad. People are disgusted. They don't like it. They feel moody. They feel sad. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools in the universe, if not the most powerful. But it's a double-edged sword. It can either do you incredible benefits, or it can ruin you. The key to having a great life is to having a great this. I know You've heard of that before. A lot of people say that to you. Have a good life, have a good mind, wealth. A lot of people say that to you, but no one actually tells you how to get over overthinking. No one tells you, how can I stop thinking? How can I start being happy and truly at peace with my life? No one ever tells you that. They just kind of inflict it. They say, just be more happy. Just be more cheerful. Just be happier. But you and I both know that's a lot harder than it sounds. Believe me, I was once at the position you were. I was happy with my life. I overthinked everything, questioned myself for every single situation. I thought more than my mind could handle. I paid the price for it. But I fixed myself. Now I know what it really feels like to overthink. It feels like this endless loop that you feel like you can't escape. And I'm here to tell you that it's possible. It's overthinking. After this video, you'll see it as just this thing that you can get over so quickly, so fast once you learn these 3 things. You see, our natural state of happiness is always there. Our natural state of mind is always peace and calm. So when really attaining happiness, all you're doing is returning to that natural default state of your mind. You're not doing anything new. You're just removing all of the mental clutter and just letting it flow by. So the first key to not overthink is to really remember what your thoughts are. Your brain has to think thoughts. If your brain doesn't think thoughts, it's gonna just malfunction. Your brain is like a factory, and it has a lot of lines and little big areas where thoughts just produce, and they look like boxes. Your brain, the factory, produces so much boxes every day, every second. That's why you'll get random thoughts, random urges. You'll think random things throughout the day, because your brain just produces thoughts like this. That's all it does. It just produces thoughts. It's like a factory, if you think about it. So it just keeps making thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. And what all of us try and do, the people that average, all these people, they try and react to every single thought that comes out of this factory. And their brain can't handle all of that. They put so much attention towards these thoughts, the bad ones and the good ones, which is why some days they're as happy as they can be, other days they're depressed and sad. All depression really is just your thoughts. I mean, if you have some biological cause of it, it mainly is caused by what you think. Your thoughts play a massive role in your mental well-being. And all the monks you see, they've learned this one core principle that will change your life. Instead of looking at all their thoughts and giving attention to every single one of them, they just let them flow by. Your thoughts are like little specks in the sky. They just flow by. And all thoughts are temporary. What's the word I'm looking for? Temporary. All your thoughts are temporary, bro. They all flow by at something. That's why if you get a random thought one day, it goes away the next. Remember, when you feel overwhelmed by your thoughts, just remember that all your thoughts are just like little specks, meaningless specks that just flow by. They're like clouds in the sky. These little specks only become powerful when you give your attention to them. Wherever your attention goes, that's what grows. So if you give your attention to the little specks, which are your thoughts, they start to form up into big rocks. And when those rocks get in your mind, you have no other choice but to pay attention to them. And that's what causes that overthinking and anxiety. So your thoughts aren't nothing. They're just like that background noise that just plays. They don't mean anything. They don't. Your thoughts are powerless. You are in control of your mind. You are not the mind. You are just in control of it. And once you understand that, your thoughts will have no effect on you, because you know that your thoughts are not you. Your thoughts are just meaningless little specks that just float. They just go. They don't stay. They just float. But if you really give them attention and power, that's when they stay. So really just become thoughtless. See your thoughts, but don't engage with them. Observe them and just let them flow, because they won't serve you anything. So next time you get a bad thought or some negative thought you don't want in your brain, tell yourself, this is not me. This is my mind. This thought will not serve me. I'm not going to engage with it, and it's temporary energy. So I'll just let it flow by, and it'll just go away. That's the thing. That's the first key thing. The second key thing is to realize you are not the mind. You are not the mind. And for a lot of people, they believe that whatever their mind thinks, they believe they are those thoughts. They identify with those thoughts. Whenever their mind tells them they're a loser, people actually believe they're a loser. Whenever their mind's telling them, like, harm yourself, they actually believe those thoughts. Your mind is not you. Your mind is not you at all. Your mind, all it really is just this little force in your brain that just talks. Your mind is not you. It is a tool that the God has given you to use, but it's not you. Your mind is not you. It is completely separate from you. You are the body. You are not the mind, okay? When you understand that, no thoughts in your brain can harm you, because you know that they're not you. They're for someone else. They're not for you. Your mind is not you. You are not the mind. You are the body. So many people struggle with this. They identify with those thoughts, and that leads to them believing their mind. Whatever the mind says they believe. Your brain should not control you. Your mind should have no power over you. And the third key you have to understand is that your brain, the only real place in the universe, is the present moment. Your thoughts aren't real. Your thoughts, they're just little specks that don't mean anything. Remember I said they're insignificant, but if you give them your attention and you care about them and you seem scared of them, then they have power over you. Present moment is the only real state in which you can operate. When we were kids, we lived and we immersed ourselves into the present moment. We didn't live anywhere else besides the present moment. People nowadays, they live in that prison of their mind. They live in their thoughts. The present moment is the true state of living. That's where everyone should live, because you don't think in the present. You just live what's around you. That is mindfulness. Presence is happiness, okay? And when your mind shifts out of the present moment, that's when anxiety starts to come, because your brain's never operated like this, okay? So your real default state of mind is the present moment. Your happiness has not gone anywhere. It didn't disappear. It's just below those layers of overthinking and anxiety you've had the last couple, maybe years, days, weeks. Your default state is happiness. When you don't do anything, you feel happiness. You feel peace. You feel calm. When you engage with your thoughts, that's when your happiness is taken away. When your mind is clear, you feel peace and calm. If I want you to take away one thing from this video, that's what I want you to take away. You are not the mind, and your presence is the only real state in which you operate in. So I'm here to tell you now that your thoughts are not you. You should never, ever listen to your thoughts, because 99% of the time, they're lies. They're not real. They don't serve you, and they're not you. Your thoughts are not you. They're just like little nagging children that will do anything to get your attention. They'll harass you, they'll bother you, they'll annoy you, they'll kick you. They'll do anything they can to get your attention. Your mind wants you to focus on these thoughts, but you should only focus. It's so peaceful and calm to be in the moment, because that's where we live. That's where we effectively live at our happiest. Because we don't have to think. We're not stuck in the endless prison of our mind, you know? We're in the moment. There's nothing to think. We're just living and experiencing life. Your happiness never went away. Those kid years that you had, years you're happy as a kid, they never went away. It's just your overthinking. And I just told you how to get rid of it. Acknowledge your thoughts, but do not engage with them. The best practice you can do to really make yourself present and not engage with the thoughts is through meditation. It is the best practice you can do to really make yourself at calm and peace, almost on autopilot. It's not going to work in the first 5 days, and it's going to take a while for you to get out of your patterns. And it depends on how long you've been overthinking. But I'm living proof that if you stop overthinking and you focus on the present moment and you do what I'm telling you, you will feel like a kid again. You will feel happy. You will feel peace. And you'll feel like this version of yourself that's so happy that it feels almost unrealistic and scary at sometimes. And it's gonna feel weird. When you first stop overthinking, your brain's gonna be silent. You're gonna not think, it's gonna feel weird at first. But that's where true happiness is. When you don't think at all, you just live in the present moment. This is pretty. I know I'm 15, but that's one thing I know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.